Our next mover and shaker is US Defence Secretary Donald Rumsfeld. Some detainees in Guantanamo Bay have been on a hunger strike for 3 months, but Donald reckons it's all just a publicity stunt. Have a look at this.
There are a number of people who go on a diet where they don't eat for a period.
I think he's confusing Allah with Kirstie Alley. Rumsfeld also denies any inmates have been beaten up, but says some did receive a rather vigorous complimentary massage. Although one inmate did start refusing food after being told he was so big, he had to be the naked human pyramid by himself. Eddie, you're from the home of the brave. How's your terror level, mate?
Mine personally?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mine is terrified. No, I went through security on the way here, and I found it hilarious. I kept setting off the metal detector, and they kept making me go through and through again and again, and I have a metal plate in my leg because I broke my ankle. And I told them every time, I said, it's my ankle, it's going off. And they said, go through again. And they made me go through like 14 times, and finally I went, all right. I cut my leg open, I put Mohammed in there. But you're going to need a team of surgeons to get him out.
We are very good at security at Australia. Our first port of call when you land in this country is a small beagle that sniffs you for fruit. And that makes me feel safe. I think as long as the terrorists don't put their anthrax in an apple, you can pretty much blow up anything here.
I was in Africa last week and went through security in Africa, and they said, I set off the metal detector, and the guy looked at me and he said, do you have a gun? Maybe. Here or at home? But he goes, do you have a gun? And it's like, no. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, that's great.
Well, I'm going over there. Was it safe? You're here, so it must have been.
Depends where you're going. Like, don't go to Sierra Leone or something like that, or Sudan, or Chad.
I heard Somalia's a good vacation destination.
It's a good place to cruise past, apparently. I loved how they attacked 14 Australians. There was 180 people on that boat. They apparently were aiming their grenades at the Australians.
I think it's horrible what those pirates were doing, though, because they came on board and illegally copied everybody's CDs. That seemed like a pity round of applause.
Alexander Downer came out and said, I don't think they were pirates, I think they were terrorists. They were very clearly pirates. That's what Somalia is famous for. He's just pointing at anything now and saying, oh, terrorist! Yeah. Oh, terrorist!
I think they should have to wear a T-shirt. Like, when you get on a ship, you should have a T-shirt that either says terrorist or pirate.
Yeah!
So you can be identified.
Because I respect pirates, and, you know, pirates...
Kids love them.
You love pirates, don't they? Yeah.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's a great pirate.
Yeah, see, that movie would have been shit if it was Terrorists of the Caribbean. But the States is like obviously big on all this terror legislation and stuff like that. Have you felt like that America's changed a lot since, 9/11 and with all the terror laws and stuff?
We've got, I don't know, what do we got, the retarded child on the throne now, or whatever the classic civilization thing is. It's so awful and terrible, but gas is like $4 a gallon. Outside of that, it hasn't really affected the
That's
economy.
expensive, $4 a gallon, yeah?
Yeah, it's a lot, yeah.
What is it normally?
What's normal, I don't know. What I think it should be, free for me.
It was before 9/11. Before 9/11, I live in New York City, and all the taxi drivers have their name tag and their picture, and you see their name.
Sure.
And before 9/11, I'd say 90% of them were named Mohammed.
Yeah. Right.
And now, for some weird reason, they're all named Frank. And you get in, and you look at the picture, you look at them, and you're like, Frank,
It's interesting.
where are you from? And he's like, New Jersey? He's like, no, you're not. And he's like, God bless America!